We had a big deep snow here one year. Everything stopped. I think we had, I don't know, 40 inches, something like that. There was nothing. And I was here with all these little babies. And time for my milkman to come. And we used to get milk by the case. And he used to take it down and put it in the refrigerator for me. And so I thought, oh, I gotta go open up the side, unlock the side door so Sammy can get in. You know, I came down and put the kids in the playpen and this and there, and I went down, opened up the door, and nothing, just white. And I thought, what? And I reached out, it was snow. It was that far light at the top. That's how deep the snow was. I thought, what? And I slammed the door, I come running upstairs, come here, looked outside, and it was even with that hill across the street. That's how deep it was. No traffic, nothing. There I am, no milk. And almost no milk, believe me. And 5 little kids. So I called the dairy and they said, we'll get milk out to you somewhere, don't worry about it. And it was about a couple hours later, I heard rumble, 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 rumble. And guess what? A tank. They came with a tank. And 2 men carried in 3 cases of milk. And they said they hoped that would have, and he says if this snow holds like this, they'll be back in another 3 days. And so the lady down at the corner, she had 2 little kids. And I called her and I says, how's your milk supply? And she says, I'm just about out. I said, send your husband up. I says, I got milk for you. And the one up at the corner, I gave her milk too, because she had a little one. And then my brother-in-law was on the police force, and the next thing I hear, another tank coming down the street, and it's him in a tank with more milk. I kept the whole neighborhood in milk. Oh, that was a snowstorm I'll never forget. Well, I had 4 babies and 2 hands. And somebody suggested, why didn't we take a homeless girl just for the summer? And to kind of, because when it came summer, and I couldn't leave them out and be in the house too, you know? And if they went out, I had to take the baby out with me, or the 2 babies with me, you know, and I couldn't do it. And so, I don't know who it was. I think it was one of the neighbors that lived up the street. There was a couple of them suggested we take them. And I said, well, how do you know? I didn't know how to even do it, you know. So one of them says, well, call Catholic Service League and tell them. And so I did. And they said, oh, yes, we've got, she says, in fact, we've got 2 or 3 girls right now that are coming out of, because this was in June. It was just late May. Because they were just coming out of school. School was just leaving out for the summer. And so she says, yes, she says, we'll have have her bring out a girl, she says, and you can talk to her and spend a couple hours with her and see if you like her, you know, if you can keep her for the summer. And so she did. She came out and she introduced herself and introduced us to this little, let's see, how old was she? 12, 13 years old. She had just graduated from grade school, going into high school. And she just fell in love with the kids, especially with the babies. Oh, she just fell in love with them. And I fixed up a room special for her. And we kept her for the whole summer. And come fall, I could not part with her. So I went over to St. Paul's and I talked to Father over there. I told him what happened. I said, I want her to go to St. Mary's if we keep her. And he says, well, I'll see what we can do. And I found out years later after he died that he paid her 4-year tuition at St. Mary's. And she lives about 6 blocks up.
Okay.
And she's still my oldest daughter. And she's got 2 children. They're both grown. And, but she's just as much my daughter as my kids are.
Just slip on a banana peel, the world's at your feet. Make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh. Make 'em laugh. Don't you know everyone wants to laugh?
Just little things like that. I mean, it's things that you don't forget. They didn't mean a lot at the time, but when you put them all together, you know, it just makes it sound so different. I mean, life was so different. You know, it was the little things like that that added up after a while that made life interesting. I mean, I've done so many little odd things in my lifetime. I've been so lucky. Oh, I've done a lot of dumb things. Like I said, I've done a lot of things most people never did.